Everybody's saying the fat lady's singing because they think the Panther season over. I don't see no fat lady. You see, who you calling fat? Who you calling fat? A thick baby, all right? Thick like butter. Thick like a pork chop. I ain't fat. And I ain't singing either. I can't sing. You don't want to hear me sing. Oh, say, can you see? See, I ain't singing. And the Panther season not over yet. Damn it.
Ready? Here we go. They did it. I don't believe it.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Alright, so as you know, Manscaped has been a sponsor of the channel for half a minute now. Head on over to Manscaped. Code is Flying Fluffy. You get 20% off of free shipping. Now, I've talked a lot, okay, about the lawn mower, but I haven't talked as much about the weed whacker. Now, the lawn mower is for your body hair and everything like that, but the weed whacker, as you see, there's one that's brand new in the package here, so don't hit the back button just yet. The weed whacker is the nose, ear, hair trimmer. You can get behind your ear, in your nose. You can do whatever you want, but just don't do your eyeballs. Okay? It's not an eyebrow trimmer for you guys that might want to pluck your eyebrows. But here's the thing. It's brand new in the box. What should I do with it? What I was thinking about doing with this is that the video needs to get 100 likes. If the video gets 100 likes, all you have to do is leave a comment, #Manscaped, and once the video gets 100 likes, I will choose from one of the comments. Well, I won't choose. I will put all of the names into a random, what do you call that? Like a random name picker, all right? And whoever's name comes up, I'm going to send you this for free, all right? So, Manscaped, Weed Whacker, code's Flying Fluffy. If you want a chance on getting one for free, got to get it to 100 likes. 100 likes first. Leave the comment, #Manscaped, and see if you can't nab yourself this sucker for free. All right. Let's play a hockey game. We only got 19 more of these left, unless the Panthers make some kind of miraculous last-second season-saving winning streak, turnaround, whatever you want to call it. The Sabres won today. The Red Wings won today. We enter this game 5 points out from Pittsburgh, who's in the 8th seed, I believe. And we have 2 games in hand. So, okay, I guess if we win this game, we'll be 3 points out with 2 games in hand, which technically, you know what I'm saying, all right? This team is going to give us hope up until the last possible second. Maybe they pull it off. We keep thinking now you're going to need 100 points to get in, but everybody keeps winning, losing, winning, losing, winning. So, what do we got on the ice today? Barkov is back. Bennett is back. I'm not going to get myself overly, excited. It's not like those 2 guys haven't been on the ice for the majority of the season when we've still been just barely a 500 hockey team. All right? They're going to have to show it to me. All right? But that does add, obviously, some depth back to the lineup. Going to slot slot Lundell back in at 3C. Luosterainen actually draws in on the top line at left wing. Okay, I mean he's a nice player. We'll see what happens. That's the best I can say. We're going to need a massive effort from Bob. We're playing the Penguins, who we don't exactly have a great track record against the Penguins. In the games that we've lost against the Penguins, this is just my I haven't looked this up, but the way it feels like is on occasion the Penguins will come in and just smack us around. You see what I'm saying? They need it. We need it. Low confidence. Very, very low confidence. I mean, it's one thing when you're losing games on the road, but this last loss, the game that I missed because I was sick, I mean, losing 2-1 in Nashville at home because you can't put the puck in the back of the net. I understand Bennett and Barkov are out, but these excuses get tiring. They get old. Now, last thing real quick, for those of you who are members, Patreon supporters, Monday's podcast is I'm going to be going over what we have for next season. I'm going to go over the Bill Zito basically had a press conference-ish type of thing the other day, I guess yesterday, and he said a lot, and I want to go and do a deep dive into it. That's going to be on the podcast. I'll put a little clip out on the regular channel, but look, I'm looking forward to going through that. I kind of want to see what he said and then look at what our roster for next year is, since he says that's, you know, everything that we did or didn't do now is with an eye towards next year. So I kind of want to look at next year and see what we do have and what some of the needs might be. All right, I'm going to predict we're going to lose because we never win when I say we're going to win. 5-3 Penguins. Let's try to hold that fat lady off from singing just a little bit longer. All right, so 1-0 Panthers after 1. We don't look half bad. Neither does Pittsburgh. Very defensive game. Sam Bennett, nice to see him back. Gets a goal with 6 seconds left, just about, and draws a penalty. So we're going to start the second period on the penalty kill. Crosby has already drawn his first penalty. Somehow Barkov managed to trip Crosby, send Crosby flying into Bob, and Barkov was the one in the box, but that's okay. We killed it off. Not exactly the most exciting game, but we've got a lead. Do something. We get more goals, guys. We ain't gonna win this game 1-0. Okay, Maurice. This isn't 2000. This isn't Carolina. We need 3 more goals. So it's 3-1 Panthers after 2. Gonna make this short and sweet and to the point. Zito had a press conference yesterday where he talked about how he was happy with Paul Maurice. I can't imagine Paul Maurice is happy with that second period of play, because that was not dump and chase, bump and grind playoff hockey. That was shades of last year to the run and gun, back and forth and back and forth. That was fun. So Paul, if you don't like it, suck it. This team is completely different with Duclair on the ice. I know Bennett's having a great game. Luosterainen is having a really good game. Everybody's playing well. But just the mojo, just the energy that Duke brings. Man, will you please extend this guy, Zito? All right? He's getting paid $3 million. I want, give him, what should we give Duke? Right now in the second period, I want Duke, how old is he? 26, 27? Give him 5 by 6. He should at least be getting Reinhardt money. Anyway. All right. I hope the fact that I now have hope doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Well, let's do this again one more time. 2 nice points. 2. Could we please? I don't want to ruin everybody's excitement, although I know half of you are probably thinking the same thing I am. Could we please not ruin this on Tuesday? This was far and away the most fun, the best game of the year. Like, we've got our guys out on the ice, and they have an attitude, and they've got moxie, and they've got swagger, and they've got Bob just playing like he's 21 years old again. Could we please, I'm begging you, if there's a God anywhere in this simulation, could we win? Could we just do this again? Just give it to me one more time. And then maybe one more time after that. I don't want to get greedy, but could we please not come out Tuesday against Vegas and go, what happened to the team from Saturday? Please! I wouldn't be any good at my job if I was going to lie and say I don't want to buy back in. Even when we lose, I look at the standings and I do the math, and I'm just like, this shouldn't be this difficult. Like, everybody's like, lose 1, win 1, win, lose 2. I mean, nobody is tearing it up. And even every once in a while, somebody wins 3 in a row, like Pittsburgh. What'd they do? They lost 4, then they won 4, right? Like, nobody wants either one of these two spots. And so we're still chasing the Islanders and Pittsburgh. Now, Buffalo winning today did not help. For the love of God, would you guys stop winning? What are you doing? All right? I'm sorry, no personal offense, but nobody wants to see Buffalo versus Boston. Come on now. Let's just take a poll. All right. So, look. Kyle says to me, how come this team didn't play this way all year long? I said, Duke, and I know he's been back for a couple of games, but it wasn't with Barkov and Bennett. That team on the ice tonight wasn't all that far off from last year. Really wasn't. Okay? Only difference is really Bob playing better, right? But just an absolute gritty monster effort from everybody. And it's funny because I was fixing to make this video on Monday about the guys that we have signed for next season, and I've been talking about how Luostarinen looks good at 4C, right? You want Barkov, Bennett, Lundell, Luostarinen, because he can really excel at 4C. And he goes out there tonight on the top line and lights it. He got a goal, but he was all over the place. Is he capable of continuing that, or is he just a gamer? Can he keep up? Can he play like that? Because jumping ahead, we do need a top 6 left winger. Okay? When you put everybody together in the pieces in the area in the way it should be, I can't speak. We do need a top 6 left winger. Luostarinen looked really, really good out there tonight. Now, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, right? Guys have looked good from time to time before. But, he's going to be there for a while now, right? He's going to be there. So, that silence is because, what are we on? What do we got? 18 games left. That means we played 64 games, right? Out of the 64 games, there's probably been 30 times I've stood here and gone, Dill Boys! And I'm sure we can make the playoffs. And there's 30 times that I'd be like, who ever would think this team could make the playoffs? They're terrible. I don't know which side to fall on right now because I don't trust it. I didn't trust it the other day. And then we laid an egg against Nashville. This was fun. This was great, but this looks so much like last season. I really don't trust that, right? Bob made some ridiculous saves. Starting to grow on, knock on wood. Starting to trust him, okay? Defensively, Tkachuk actually had a monster game defensively. It's not talked about a lot, but he was back checking. He made a couple of really, really nice plays. And then, of course, the third period came, and Zucker tried to take Bobrovsky's head off. And that was spectacular because Zucker falls, and he's just laying there on the ground, and like 4 Panthers, including Bob, just piled on top of him. And he just like turtles like this. Oh, and then everybody starts getting ejected. Lomberg gets ejected for just saying something, for just jawing. At least Tkachuk got a little bit of his money's worth. Gudis wanted to go with Malkin, but Malkin kind of mouthed off while he was backwards skating. You see what I'm saying? Boy, we'll never see it, but that would be a fun playoff series. Those two teams, that would be a fun playoff series, right? Never happened, so... All right, what else did we see tonight? Before I go into the shtick about how I'm not sure if I trust Barkov looked good. He almost hurt himself again. He almost hurt himself again, but he looks okay. Bennett looked like a bat out of hell. Duke looks like he's really getting comfortable. He did have one play with Barkov where Stu and I actually disagree. Stu thinks Barkov should have shot the puck. I agree with the fact that he was trying to pass it off to Duke. I was screaming at Barkov to finally take a shot, and he did. And they got the rebound, and that was loose to Reinen's goal. So, just shoot a little bit more, Barkov. On the power play, it's funny, I was talking about that on the power play, how I wish Barkov would shoot a little bit more because the defense is cheating, and not 30 seconds later, Randy Moeller said the exact same thing. I'm telling you, the house is bugged, okay? The house is bugged, all right? It's not a coincidence. I was bitching all last week about how Zito never answers the tough questions, and suddenly yesterday they have him release some press conference because he's talking about the trade deadline, and he's answering kind of all of the questions that some of us would have wanted to know. We didn't get the answers we wanted. He likes Maurice and he thinks he's got the right guy. That's not the answers any of us really wanted to hear. But so Stu and I will be back in the morning, and he will be there with his Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde analogy, and I will be there trying to look at the numbers and find a reason why this team can't make the playoffs. But the reality is that, the reality of the situation is we still have, 6 more games in a row at home, right? And if we play like that, we're going to make the playoffs. If we play like that, we're going to make the playoffs. If Bob plays like that and this team plays with that energy that they had on the ice tonight, this team is going to make the playoffs. And it's going to be a massive pain in the ass to Boston if they play like this. I swear to it, if they come back Tuesday with the 76-shot, 1-goal effort, I'm gonna hang Kermit. I'm gonna hang Kermit. If we lose to Vegas and only get 1 goal and more than 40 shots on Tuesday, I'm going to hang Kermit and set him on fire. That's what I'm gonna, and I'll live stream it. It will be the Death of Kermit live stream. If they follow up this game, I don't even think I'm joking. If they follow up this game with a 40-shot, 1-goal loss at home to Vegas, I'm going to take him outside, tie him to a tree, and burn him on a live stream. I know some of you kids are watching. All right? I know, Bill, I know you're watching. Eck, I know you're watching, Ekblad. I know it. All right? They told me. All right? I'm telling you. You don't want to see Kermit burn. I will do it. All right? It's not that hard. Oh, geez. Stu's going to be at that game. Stu's going to be at the Vegas game. Oh, geez. Every time he goes to a game, we get killed. Oh, geez. Well, I'm still sticking with it. I'll get the lighter fluid and everything. We'll roast marshmallows over Kermit's dead body. 40 shots, 1 goal, we lose to Vegas. That's what's happening. Please, guys. Could we? This has been the most exacerbating season ever. Could we please? We've got 6 more games at home, 7, 6, whatever it is. Just do that, and we get into the playoffs. Just do what you did on the ice tonight. For once in this godforsaken year, could you just be consistent enough? Got 18 games left. Now, the whole thing where we need to go like 16-2, probably not, because nobody else is tearing it up. Honestly, I think we could go, if we won the right games, we might even be able to get away with 13-5, 14-4. It's going to need something like that, but we got to win the right games. This team is not good for my mental health. Not at all. But we'll be back in the morning, and then Monday I'm gonna dive into next year's possible team on the podcast, and then Tuesday we'll be back at it in that game. If they win that game, we should start to believe again. How about that? How about the positive? We'll go backwards. If they prove that they can follow up tonight with a repeat performance against Vegas, we've got 2 days off. If you prove that you can follow up tonight with a repeat performance against Vegas, and you go out there and you're 5-1, 6-2 them, okay? Then I think we could safely at least start having hope and belief that if they continue to play that way, right? But if they go out there and lay an egg, I swear, I will shoot down the next Chinese balloon by myself. There's no telling what I'll do if they go out there and pull an Asheville against Vegas. Please, guys, please. All right? I mean, this is my 7th season. I already play with puppets. I'm not exactly the most stable individual in the world. Don't tempt me, please. Give me 2 games like this in a row. I know you have it in you. I know you can do it, and I know you sons of bitches are watching. See you in the morning.